arrest you when I'm done.
I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have two roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room and she's still alive and she needs help, but I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Belgrade police!
Police department!
Anybody inside, come out! How many people are inside? We're making entry. How many people?
I am the police!
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
What happened to you? Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do.
I'm right here. Can you see me?
No.
Can you see anything?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
On January 7th, 2018, at 9:25 a.m., police would receive a call from a man saying there were shootings in his neighborhood.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
I live at the next door neighbor. She just came over and said somebody shot her roommate.
Okay. Did it just happen?
Yeah, she said it just happened. She needs ambulance in place. So the
Okay.
roommate Ashley is the one that's still alive.
She is still alive?
She said she is, yes.
Okay, tell her to take a deep breath, okay? I'm going to ask you some questions. Is Ashley bleeding seriously?
Was she bleeding? Yes, she said yes.
Okay. All right. All right, do we know if Ashley's completely alert?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, she just saw it and she just ran.
Okay.
Police were dispatched to the Paul Silver Maple home at 1306 Idaho Street, where they were met by Audrey Butler, the two women's roommate. She said she discovered the scene at 8:55 a.m.
What's going on?
I stayed with friends last night, and I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have two roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room and she's still alive and she needs help, but I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Okay, so you don't know if there's somebody else in the house?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Lauren looks like she's been in a while, but Ashley's asked me for help and I ran.
Okay. Is this door open?
Yes.
So we have two people upstairs. Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
Audrey Butler told the police, Laura, she's dead, but Ashley is bleeding to death. She's still alive. She needs help. So the police would enter the premises slowly, just in case the killer is still around.
She said this is open. I didn't see any footprints in the snow leading up here. So, you ready?
Yep. Belgrade police!
Police department!
Anybody inside, come out!
Going this way. Bye.
I got stairwell.
Police!
Sergeant 326.
Kitchen clear.
All right.
Garage.
Okay. Five 93206. Where are you at? We're making entry right now. How many people are inside? We're making entry. How many people?
Garage clear. Up the stairs. We're coming.
Belgrade police, show me your hands. The doors on the left and right.
Okay. We've got cold to touch.
Okay. The video? Okay. All right, let's back up. Police!
Hey!
Hello? Police?
Please don't shoot me!
Who shot you?
No, please don't shoot me!
I'm not gonna shoot you, ma'am.
My name's Ashley!
Ashley, what's going on? Who shot you?
Nobody!
Oh, what happened?
I don't know! Please come here!
Who did?
Are you the police?
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
Can you tell me what happened?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know, Ashley? Okay,
No.
my name's Officer Robinson, okay?
What's your name?
My name's Officer Robinson.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Ashley Van Hemert was found in a critical state with multiple gunshot wounds. It's a miracle she's even still alive.
What happened to you? Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do. Show me your face then.
I'm right here. Can you see me?
No,
Can you see anything?
no,
No?
no.
Okay.
Please help me.
We're gonna help you, okay?
Please help me.
We've got the medical people coming. Where do you hurt?
I don't hurt anywhere.
You don't hurt anywhere?
No.
Grab around the front.
Yeah, we got a blanket.
Ashley, we're gonna pick you up and we're gonna carry you down to the paramedics, okay?
What are you doing, sir?
We're gonna pick you up and carry you.
Carry me back. Where are you carrying
We're coming down.
Yeah. Just as far as I can get the door. I'm gonna go out to the, I don't want them to pass the sidewalk right here. Who's the most senior paramedic?
There were bad people all around us. Ashley was barely alive. There are bad people all around us. Ashley was barely alive. But the tragic news was Lauren, their roommate that recently just moved in about a year ago in 2017, couldn't save herself. She was dead. The whole neighborhood couldn't believe what took place.
I was at the bank in the morning on Monday morning, and she had a 10 o'clock appointment. So I texted her, say, hey, your 10 o'clock is here. Let me know when you're gonna be here. But there was no answer. About a half hour after that, everybody came downstairs, locked the doors, and told us that she was found dead. I was like, what? I was in shock because I was just like, there's no way. No way, that can't be true.
Audrey Butler, their roommate, would lead the police to the back door. You guys shouldn't enter through the back door, if you guys know what I mean. The back door was completely broken up, and there were footprints leading to the house in the snow. Police discovered 4 gun shells in Lauren's room and 5 gun shells in Ashley's room from a .22 caliber gun. The next day, police got a call from the hospital saying that Ashley is okay and they could come speak to her.
So obviously, you know, we're here to talk to you.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're gonna have some questions, but mostly we just want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Just starting out.
Yes.
And I know this is kind of a tough question, but can you tell me, do you remember anything at all?
When I got shot?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
I remember waking up in the hospital. I don't really remember actually waking up in the hospital. I remember kind of doing the I love you sign to my brother when I was, you know, obviously laying in the hospital bed. But no, I do not remember being shot at all. Or however many times they shot me. I think they got me in the shoulder, and I think in the elbow too. Obviously the head.
Well, yeah, you're a lucky gal, but everything that I've heard so far is, you're a fighter.
It's a miracle I'm alive. I thank God every day.
Ashley, poor girl, was shot up all over, and she couldn't remember anything. So the detectives tried to change the approach. They told her forget about the night of the attack. Tell us anything about the night before the attack.
On Saturday, this would have been before I got shot, obviously, the day before I got shot. We went to a place in Livingston. It was a hotel.
And you said Ralph drove you home?
Yes, he did.
Can you tell me, do you remember anything from the drive home?
I don't remember a whole lot, no. Maybe if you ask me a more specific question, I might be able to answer. I don't know.
Do you remember any conversations that you guys were having?
Not really specifically, no.
Going from when Ralph dropped you off, what's the last thing you remember that night?
Really, the last thing I remember is I gave him a kiss goodnight and in the car, and he was like, "Okay, I'll watch you go and get inside," and I was like, "Of course you will." So then I went inside. I shut the door, obviously, and really from there on, I don't remember too much.
Ralph Denise was Ashley's boyfriend, so the police brought him in for questioning. They were trying to figure out who was the real target. Was it Lauren or Ashley?
So Ralph, I'm a detective at the sheriff's office, and I did some of the processing of the scene at the house. And so I have some information and I have some questions about stuff that I saw there.
Understood.
So tell me, when did you guys start dating?
Roughly December last year, so a year and change ago.
Okay.
Just over a year.
Okay. And how do you characterize your relationship with her right now?
We've been attempting to break up with each other for several weeks, and pretty much this week we decided together that it was the right thing to do, is to not date each other anymore.
When was the last time you actually had contact with her?
With Ashley?
Yeah.
Last night when I dropped her off.
And that was after the Livingston trip?
After the Livingston trip, right around. We decided it was before 9 o'clock.
What time did you go to bed last night, Ralph?
Pretty much, I'm going to say, look at my phone, that's how I would do everything, but I said goodnight to Ashley and I was up for a little while longer, maybe an hour.
So you're thinking around 11 o'clock when you went to bed?
Thinking so.
Did you go anywhere after?
No,
you stopped at somewhere?
I stayed.
Did you attempt to kill Ashley?
No.
Did you attempt to kill her roommate?
No.
Have you been in that house last night?
No. Do you believe me? Why not? You gotta ask.
Would you be willing to let us dump your phone to
Yes.
retrieve your GPS locations,
Yep.
that kind of stuff off of your phone?
Yep.
The police took Ralph's cell phone and checked it. It was cleared. They took DNA from him because they had found a bloody footprint in the backyard, and his DNA was cleared also. Ralph was a good boy. Now they would focus on Lauren, the other roommate. Guys, they call me a monster. Guys, don't let me go at these stories alone. Please like this video, and please subscribe to this channel. God bless you. Now Lauren, she had an ex-husband that was very abusive, named Joseph Paul DeWise. Together, they had a daughter, and Joseph had 2 kids from a previous marriage, Joe and Natalie. Now detectives had a good feeling this guy was it, so they cautiously went and brought him in. They rolled up on him.
Keep your hands up. Okay, go ahead and get out. This is not time to think. Get out. Hands up.
Hands up. Walk over here. Turn around. Look away from me. Walk backwards. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Do not move. Do you understand me? Take him to the back of my car. All right.
So the reason that I wanted to talk to you is there was some issues that happened over at Lauren's house this morning, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you to see if you were over there at all, if kind of where you were this morning, that kind of thing. Well, someone broke into the back door of her place, and so we're trying to get all of the stuff together, and from what I understand, you guys were separated and working on a divorce, and that's kind of where we're at.
Sure, right?
Well, not really. She isn't. Well, the person that came in ended up shooting her.
She's dead?
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
So that's why we're talking to you, because you guys are going through a divorce, and from what I understand, and we need to kind of figure out what's going on.
And so, absolutely anything that you can tell us that might give us a little clarity.
This is news to me. I don't know anything about it.
Complete news, complete surprise.
They told me when they picked me up they're investigating a homicide. I did not think there's some weird stuff's been happening since I've been at Bozo. So I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
Well, let me just say right off the bat, I understand Lauren, regardless of your relational issues. I understand.
I love her.
Lauren's very important to you. I love her. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this right now.
I give it to him. He's playing his cards right.
Can you tell me a little bit about how the separation has been going?
It depends on who you ask. Like, for her, it's fine. For me, it's been really tough.
I want to know from you.
I've had trouble dealing with it,
Can you, let's just start with a basic timeline. Sort of about last evening, last night, as detailed as you can. Say from the end of dinner time. Tell me about what you
I fell asleep again. I'm not sure when I slept.
What time do you think you went to bed?
I actually did go out. I went and got a 6-pack of beer around midnight at Town Hall. I went to bed around 2.
And that was about midnight? You got a 6-pack of beer, right?
Yep.
Joseph provided an alibi. I couldn't have done it. I was out with my boy, my son. So, police would bring Joe, his son, in for questioning, and before they released Joseph, they would take his cell phone to check it out. Here's the interview of Joe.
Just so you understand who I am. My name's Jeremy Kopp. I'm the detective sergeant for the sheriff's office. Okay? Obviously, you know what happened to Dad. Given that, then I need to be able to sit down and be able to talk to you. Right? How was your relationship with her?
We were close.
Yeah.
She was like my mom, but she wasn't my mom. She was pretty much like my mom.
Now let's go to Saturday. And just walk me through Saturday.
Okay, for Sunday. So Saturday, let's see, I got up around like maybe 12-ish, around 12.
Joe had a clear memory of what took place that night, the night of the attack, and he confirmed he had went to the beer shop with his daddy.
Why'd you go?
I just go with him, just because.
Yeah. Excuse me. I mean, do you hang with your dad quite a bit? Yeah. You just pretty tight.
Yeah. So we just.
Fair enough to say.
Just whatever we do. Yeah.
Is it just you and Dad then?
Yeah.
On the beer run?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't recall hearing any doors or anything open when you go to bed?
Right. Everything's quiet.
Okay. So it's important that you and I, as we kind of work through the details, that we're completely truthful with each other.
Right.
Okay. That's pretty important.
Right.
What do you think happened?
She was in her home sleeping, and as I know from what my dad told me, it could have been drugs or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it could be drugs.
Who do you think could do something like that? No guesses. Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't be my dad. He's always.
So the police checked the beer shop's CCTV and found out Joseph and Joe were telling the truth. They were together, so they were cleared of any wrongdoing. But then the crime lab would call and change the whole situation and tell the detectives there were two different sets of footprints in the snow in the backyard, one larger and one smaller. And the detectives remembered Joe, the son, had smaller feet than Joseph, the father. So they told themselves maybe they did the crime together. They would bring in the son, Joe, for more questioning.
You and I kind of talked about the timeline and what everybody had done on Saturday, and we talked about that kind of in detail going into Sunday morning, the 7th, right? Okay. So, let's start with this.
Joe, he kept his story straight. He wouldn't change it. But the interrogator realized that Joe was kind of nervous. So he told himself, I'm getting into this boy's mind, and started to be his friend. Then Joe would reveal his father's horrifying secret.
That's pretty accurate to what you told me yesterday. Which is unfortunate because think that's actually what happened. And I was hoping that today you and I could break through that and we could talk about what actually happened. Because if I can't get you to be honest with me, I can't help you. And I don't believe that you're being completely truthful with me. And I don't know exactly why. But I'm not willing to give up on you. I think that we can get through it. Okay? I know that this is really hard for you to sit here. I know it. I can see the weight. I can help. Because if you and I are honest with each other, I can't help. I can't do anything if you and I aren't honest with each other in here. Okay?
Please, son. Please.
Was it just your dad?
Come on, son.
Did he tell you to do it then? Then let me tell you. You knew what he was going to do.
Stop him. I would have totally.
Was it you or him? Tell me. Listen.
It was pain when he finally got to that point of releasing and he whispered the answer the first time. Just being with him in that moment. Because it was hard.
I was afraid of my sisters.
I know you were.
I didn't have a choice. I had to.
And how far did you go back? How far did you go in the house? Could you see the stairs? Could you see the stairs? Yeah. Could you hear him? Yes. What'd you hear?
What the hell is wrong with you? I said, go.
Father,
ruining your own son's life, taking him with you to do a crime. Such a bad man. This what took place. The night of January 6th, Joseph went to his son's room and told him, "Son, get dressed. We're going out for a little bit, but leave your phone on the bed. Don't bring it with us." When they were driving, Joe the son realized that his father was driving towards his stepmom's house and started to get worried. They arrived near his stepmom's house and parked. Joseph told his son, "Be a good boy and nothing bad will happen," and handed him some gloves and a face mask and said, "Follow me." Both of them went through the backyard. Joseph broke the door and went upstairs as his son followed. Joe went into the room. It was Ashley's room. He opened the lights and started shooting at Ashley. Boom, boom. Then he went to the other room, Lauren's room. He didn't open the light. He just started shooting. Boom, 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 boom. And then they both left. Joseph then drove to the beer shop and got that six-pack they were talking about, while his son waited in the car. When they arrived home, Joseph threw away their boots and ordered his son to get rid of some smoke grenades and some bullets at Bozeman Pond Park, which detectives would later retrieve. That night, Joseph coached his son well what to say when asked by police. On Joseph's phone, police found some abusive text and voice recordings to his ex-wife.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to express myself now.
You're such a lying piece. So I'm doing that. So tired of looking like this innocent fake. Tell me.
I don't think
I've done everything for you. I've given up everything for you. And the only thing you ever cried about is you. And you know what? Go home.
It was over for my man Joseph. When detectives searched his house, they found bullets and other things that matched the crime scene. They arrested him, and during the trial, 12 people were called in to testify.
She started to talk to her, and as I walked closer to the threshold of the door, I saw that he was dead. Ashley was laying on the floor. There was a lot of blood in her memory. She was awake. Her eyes were open.
I was shot in the back of the head. I was shot in the right carotid artery. And I know that I was shot on my right side as well.
What's the next day that you can remember after going to bed?
That is no, and this is yes.
And honestly, I didn't know this would happen. I was ready to go back and before we left the house, he told me to leave my phone on my bed. And it's very odd. He opened the first door in the hallway.
Then what happened?
He had his pistol in his right hand, and he opened the door with his left. And stepped dressed into the room past the threshold. He turned on the light, and
Detectives took the stand. Then my man Joseph himself took the stand and said he was innocent.
Tell from the records that have been provided when that firearm was purchased.
Yes, quick on the phone of an altercation between him, Lauren, and I believe both of the children with him, starts threatening her, threatening to kill her. He says very specifically, I think at least 5 times, I'm going to kill you. I have been in jail for 22 months waiting for an opportunity to explain to a jury that I'm innocent. I never threatened my wife in any way like that.
I'm not that kind of a person. I respected and I loved her strength and her individuality. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence out there, all right? But you know what? If a lot of you took a real good look at your life and you thought about things that you did and something bad happened, you could be in the same boat I'm in. The state wants to put so much pressure on me that I would just crack and take the blame for it so that I could get out of the horrible situation I was in. I have been falsely accused here. I didn't do it. And I don't deserve to go to prison. And what you've done is wrong, okay? That is...
In Joe's case, it didn't take the jury long to reach a verdict.
Joseph Paul DeWise, count one, to the charge of deliberate homicide of Lauren DeWise, guilty.
Joseph was sentenced to 220 years without the possibility of parole for the murder of Lauren and attempted murder of Ashley.
I think in any other case, you would be absolutely ecstatic and gratified, and this is the moment we've been looking for. Given the circumstances of this case, it was absolutely horrifying and heartbreaking. It's tragic, and that any father would ever subject his son to that, it makes you angry, and probably something that I'll never forget.
Of course, I had questions of, well, why did it have to happen to me as well? Like, why did I have to get shot? But I've learned through the process that it's not my responsibility to figure out all of the whys. It's my responsibility to just trust in God that no matter what happens, He is still by my side and I will still prevail through anything. There's one of my favorite lines now that I really go by is, what the enemy meant for evil, God will turn for good.
I'm Hemert, and I want to thank each one of you guys for watching today's video. Please comment your opinion about the story below, and please like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. I'm out of this joint!